sound that we're going for. Oh man, my neck hurts. Oh dude, so I opened up one of those it's like a silver cooking box on the Pokemon Quest, and I got a level 69.
Whoa.
Level 69 Rhyhorn, right on, whichever the lowest one is. So now
you might be like late game now at this point.
I think I'm late mid.
Well, like the max is 100.
Yeah, but it's not based on levels. It's like,
I guess it's like maxing at that point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because levels just will give you so many points up to the thing, but the thing that really gives you points is your sockets and your gyms. Right. So it's like it's not even about like your level at this point.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm running a 69 Rhyhorn, a 55 Rhyhorn, and
2 Rhyhorns,
42 Magneton. Yeah, dude, Rhyhorns are awesome, dude. They're like tanks, but also really strong attacks.
I could see that.
It's pretty cool.
When I was playing Silver sometime last year, whenever the Virtual Console ones came out, it turns out Geodude is like such a good Pokemon.
In Silver,
you catch him so early. But then he has advantages on like the first 6 gyms.
Wow. Yeah, well, he's a good guy in this game too.
He beats Bugsy. He totally rollout does nothing to him. So Whitney's a joke. Morty, you have Earthquake for the poison types because they don't have Levitate yet. Mm-hmm. The ghosts, Gengar and Ghastly, whatever. Steel is weak to ground. So
I didn't know that. I thought it was just like fire. Magnitude. Or what about fighting too? Isn't fighting good against steel?
Yeah. In fact, the next gym, Chuck, he's fighting type, which Geodude does not do well against. But then Ice, it's kind of 50-50. Rock is super effective against Ice, but Ice is super effective against Geodude, and he's pretty slow. And then Claire, the dragon, he's okay, but he doesn't have any advantage or disadvantage. But I mean, that's 5 out of 8 where he has an advantage. That's insane. And you catch him in the first route, basically.
Yeah, I don't like Geodude only for the reason that you have to trade to evolve him, and I don't always have that, and it's like I don't want to do that. Yeah, I think that's I understand why they did it. It's a gimmick, but I don't like the fact that they did it.
I agree entirely.
Oh, you know, crazy
you just
thing.
have version exclusives instead, which they also have, but that does the same. That achieves the same end.
Even worse is trading with an item. But I actually saw something interesting the other day. It was some recommended video to me because for some reason now it's recommending Pokemon videos. But Pokemon is actually the guy who came up with it. He based it off of his young days where he would go out into the forest and catch bugs. Pokemon, did you know that? Like, it's based off bug catching and trading. See, I didn't know that.
What? No, dude, that's like a did you know gaming tier thing.
Oh man, see, I didn't know that. But then I think the video is like, why, if Pokemon's based off bugs, are there so few
I watched that
Pokemon?
one.
Yeah, well, we probably get all the same recommendations.
See, I don't like that. That's kind of creepy to me.
I don't even think it's.
I don't think that's right.
I think it's better that we don't. I think it shows that it's less creepy because it's less tailored. Like, it's not so much that they know we watch like almost exactly the same things, but we're just in the bracket. Though. We're in the nerd bracket. That's what I mean. That's why it's so it's like very generic, and I'll get things that are like not really even something that I would watch normally, but I'm trying to go to bed and I want something on in the background.
Yeah, I watch those too.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I've been watching? It's really cool. The only thing is you have to like stare at it. I've been watching a playthrough of Hallow Night, and it's like fun to watch. The environments are really cool. It looks like an awesome game.
Yeah, it's a pretty game.
It if it was for 3DS or see, that'd be
is it not?
Cool. But no,
I'm pretty sure it's on the Switch.
Yeah, it's for Switch. It's a really intensive game for what it is. Like, it's not very optimized very well, at least because my Surface Pro 4 can't run it.
Wow.
I can't get the frames per second on it because the backgrounds and everything is like super in depth. Like, I actually watched, the reason I started watching it was because our sister podcast, Let Me Tell You About That. I listened to their episode.
Yeah, the sister podcast.
Yeah. And he was talking about
our sister podcast, Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah, and the Tim Ferriss and the Tim Ferriss show. But the one dude was saying that he got to one zone and it's like it made him shed a tear. It was so beautiful. I was like, Jesus, let me at least watch it. And I figured I'd watch a playthrough, and then they say it's got like the Dark Souls story type. It's like the Dark Souls of
where it's like implicit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like a lot of the I like the character designs, the world design. Actually, I think the world designs look amazing, but like are kind of boring. Like at least the first.
Well, they're all
ones.
very samey looking. Like it's just dark and one color.
Yeah, and I think maybe it's the fact that at least the playthrough I'm watching, there's a lot of backtrack. It's 100% playthrough. And so there's a lot of backtracking, and he spends like maybe an hour in the zone where maybe you'd spend 20 minutes normally. So maybe that's it. But it's a beautiful game. Like I'd like to play it if it wasn't like, I don't know. I think it's probably better I just watch it anyway because I can go through it. That's one of the good ones where there's no talking, and he pauses long enough on the text things that I can read it at 2x speed, which is fantastic.
Nice.
So I blazed through that whole like game quicker than
I'm depressed that like I prefer to watch games now than play them.
I used to make fun of it.
It's easier. Yeah. It's faster and easier.
Yeah, I used to make fun of it too.
Skip around if you want to. Me too. Yeah.
It's like I don't want to see the grinding and things like that. My very first Let's Play, I think maybe it was yours too, was the Persona 4.
Yeah, that was before even the word Let's Play caught on. Because they called it Endurance, and they would have called it Let's Play, I bet.
Yep, it was the Giant Bomb cast, the Let's Play with Jeff and Vinny. Rest in peace.
No, they're not dead.
Well, the Giant Bomb's dead.
No, it's still around.
Well, I mean, it's for all intent and purposes. It's like SJW type of. They're not talking about games.
They are.
And I think they have been recently. I don't know if you've been following them.
No, not since like 2015 or so. I stopped listening. A lot.
I see threads every once in a while that are like, "Where did they go wrong?" or something, or it's like you'll never remember. Like, that's
where they went wrong.
There. Yeah,
I never liked the guy. You probably never even encountered him, but his name was Alex. I think Navarro. I never liked him at all.
I don't know.
But actually, one of the guys that they got after Klepek and after Ryan, who was the guy who died, what's his name, Dan, I liked him a lot. He was really good.
I think I've seen Dan before. I think I remember liking him.
He's kind of like, I mean, man-child doesn't really help, but he's like big into wrestling or something, and like Metal Gear. I don't know. Like I don't even like the stuff he likes, but he has that kind of childish sense of play that will save us in the end. Albert Einstein.
And that man was Albert Einstein.
And the professor was saying some ridiculous garbage like women are equals or something. And but this kid, he like started to crack up. He had logic on his side. Like
it's like, what logic?
Yeah, he couldn't even like say that with a straight face. True art.
Let's see. Pure pottery.
Yeah, I've been watching Hunter x Hunter, and I don't know why.
Oh, have you?
Talk about time wasting watching stuff.
You ever seen that Digibro? That Digibro, it's a full video he does on the one season of Hunter x Hunter, and the entire season takes place in the time span of like 5 minutes.
No, it wasn't a whole season. It was half of a season, basically. And it was more like 3 minutes, yeah. That's really it's when they invade. The whole arc is like half of the anime. It's a 150 episode anime, but that one arc, and there's like 5 arcs in the anime, but that arc takes up like half of it.
Wow.
And I'm sure a third of that is that one.
That's the scene. Tournament arc, like free for all type thing.
No,
That's interesting.
it's not. Well, yeah, there's a lot of fighting, but it's not like a tournament arc. I think there's one episode where they spend the whole episode talking about how one of the main characters like took a right instead of a left down a hallway.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
But because I mean, when I watched it the first time, it made sense. Like I mean, it seemed justified enough. Yeah, the arc did feel dragged out, but not like gratuitously so by anime standards.
Well, I mean, if it took all those manga chapters before, and you can reduce it to just 12.
Yeah.
Episodes or however long a season is for like a shonen. I know that's pretty crazy, but yeah, so I mean that was just a really interesting I think Digibro was talking about how it was since he was a famous director, so that allowed him to take the risks, because obviously we know that the Japanese people
manga
are very
artist.
Yeah, the guy who was doing the anime.
Oh, the anime.
Yeah, he had enough clout to say like, look, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do like this whole season, and it's gonna be one scene. Yeah, and he was praising it because it's like normally that would have never flown in in like anime.
Anything.
Because especially with the Japanese, because we know how like risk averse they are. They want everything exactly the same. It's got to be, no creativity, very slow moving, things like that. Well, let's see if I can get started, and then we'll start, and I'll do a little bit of a corrections corner. Let's see. Hold on.
Oh no, I'm dropping pills everywhere.
Oh, drugs. I always find like my my excellent speaking voice comes in after I've had after I've warmed up a bit and after I've started talking in a manner kind of like this more deliberately, which is actually a shame. It normally comes in. This is kind of a warm up. It normally comes in right after the opening, or I'll hit it halfway through the opening and I'll be like, the flight plan, So now I'm trying to warm up and I'm trying to start with it. 'Cause, you want the beginning to be the most powerful.
Right.
I think even for this one, I might, if I have time, I'm going to go through and make like an extended opening or something, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. Maybe not.
What content?
Of like songs, maybe, or I don't know. I don't know. It was just something I was thinking. Anyway,
you're going to do song parodies about manga?
No, I meant like extend, maybe add more clips to the opening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe.
I don't think I will. I don't know. We'll see. That might be a standalone video, like a full music video of the full opening, but like with anime things, and I don't know. That's something I've been throwing around. So I'm gonna get started.
That's a lot of extra effort.
Well, it would be like a clip show video, and I already have half of it done. So
we'll see. Cool.
Well, I've been working on that music video for the thing that I keep teasing every episode, but haven't put it out. Anyway, so I'm gonna.
You make me feel unproductive.
Don't be.
Good. Okay.
Put your tray tables up in your seat in the full upright position, because this is the Flight Plan, the official podcast of Big Guy for You Scanlation.